Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is going to be about how the narcissist puts you in a predicament where there is a no-win situation. You are damned if you do and damned if you don't. The narcissist, well, it's not particularly the narcissist, however narcissistic people do use the double bind, the catch-22, the entrapment to get the desired reality that they want out of a situation. And the double bind is where you are left with a choice that leads to an undesirable response from the narcissistic person. No matter what you do, they put you under that psychological predicament where no matter what you choose, you're going to be in the wrong. There's those conflicting messages that, well, if you do this one day, it's then wrong the next day. You're put in that unreasonable situation where there is no win. They literally lure you into doing something where once you've taken the action that they wanted you to do, they can then punish you. That entrapment, they're looking to lure you into doing something, and once you've taken that action, they can punish you. However, if you can recognize that, last time I did that, I got punished, so this time I'm going to do this, and then you get punished. You cannot win with narcissistic people. When it comes to these kinds of situations, it can be something as simple as wanting to go out with your friends. Now, a narcissistic person might have isolated you from all your friends and all your family, and then they'll be telling you that you're always in a mood, you need to lighten up, perhaps you should go and see that friend of yours. So you try and make arrangements to see that friend of yours because they've asked you to go and see that friend of yours, and then they'll turn around and say, oh, you're going then? Oh, we had plans then. Oh, so are they more important to you than I am? So then you change your plans to help the narcissist out, and then the narcissist accuses you of never giving them any space, never leaving them alone. Perhaps you're the one that needs to go out and see your friends, and it's a very confusing place to be as they twist it in so many different ways on you that no matter what you do, you're in the wrong. If you try to include them, they get the face on because they don't want to do it. They're not interested in that. Yet if you don't include them, they get the face on because you've excluded them and they've taken offence to this. So you can't win. If you've got a special event coming up, they don't want to go. They're not interested. Fair enough, you'll go by yourself. Oh, well, are they more important to you than I am? Well, do you want to come? Well, who'd want to go there? You're not going to win that kind of battle with a narcissistic person. You can ask to do something and let them know that you are going to do something, and they are going to spend weeks grinding you down about it, moaning about it, making you feel bad, being negative about it. So you spend weeks just constantly being chipped away at, to the point where you might change your mind. And if you change your mind, they're going to be, oh, why aren't you going? What's wrong with you? Are you in a bad mood? And then if you don't inform them because you know how they went off at you last time, so you leave it till the last minute, and then they turn around and claim, well, I'm always the last to know, aren't I? You never tell me anything. Or you can tell them. You can tell them, and you can write it in a calendar in black and white in big letters to let them know. And they'll just skirt over the issue and ignore it and stand there and say, oh, you never told me. I did, I wrote it up there, look. And they can turn around and say, well, that's new. I went there yesterday. Even though you know it was. They're gaslighting you so that they can get away with what they're doing to you. They can ask for your help. So they might want you to cut the grass, to wash the pots, to fix a tyre. And we can all do things differently. We can all have our own different ways of doing things. And it's kind of communicating with each other and getting to work together. Narcissistic people don't want to work with you. They want to ask you to do something so that they can tell you how you did it wrong. So then you can turn around and say, I don't even know why I bother. And then they're going to get offended by this. And they're going to turn around and say, well, don't ask me for anything. Don't ever ask me for my help when you can't even do this. Because they're literally chasing after you, chipping away at you constantly. If you don't do it for them, they're going to be offended. If you do it for them, you're going to have done it wrong. Either way, they're going to seek to punish you. If you don't do it for them, they're going to claim they're not going to do something for you. Now, narcissistic people on the flip side will help you out, and they will help you out badly, purposefully. Not a different technique of doing something. They help you out purposefully, badly, so that you don't ask them again. And then when you're busy doing everything, they sit there and say, well, it's not my fault, you never asked for my help. You know you only need to ask for my help. Yet if you ask for their help, they purposefully do something to make life harder for you. They're not looking at making life easier with you. They're looking at making life harder for you. Such as a flat tire on a car. And you know for well, if you ask for their help, they're going to moan at you. So you might get somebody else to do the job for you. And then they're going to just niggle away at you and say, oh, I thought that has been something that you could have done for yourself. I thought you'd have done that. Oh, I'd have done it like this. Oh, I can't believe it. And then they're going to put down whatever task it is. Whatever it is, whether it is putting a shelf up or a flower arrangement or making a meal, whatever it is, they're going to point out how you've done something wrong, how you washed something wrong. Yes, in life, we can all do something wrong, and it's that communication that helps to learn and develop and grow from our mistakes. And with genuine people, you can communicate these things, and just there's ways and means. There's sort of, oh, that's brilliant, well done. If you just do it like this, then that would be, and then next time, oh, thanks for your help. And then next time that situation happens, you can just do it like that, and then the person would come along and say, yeah, that's exactly it. And then you've learned a new skill. Whereas a narcissistic person is going to come along and go, you don't do it like that, you need to do it like this. And then next time you do it how they said, and they come along and say, well, you don't do it like that, you do it like this. So you do it like that, and then they come along and say, well, seriously, why have you done it like that? It's not done like that. You told me to do it like that. I never told you to do it like that. Why would I tell you to do it like that? And then they will tell you to do it the exact same way you did it the first time. Yet if you say that's how I did it the first time, they're going to turn around and say, no, it isn't. Oh, only because I told you that's how you do it. They take the credit for everything. You can't say anything to them. You can't even ask them if they've had a good day. If they come in and you ask them if they've had a good day, or if you come in and ask them if they've had a good day, yeah, we can all be in the wrong frame of mind. However, when it comes to a narcissist, they will be looking for an argument. They thrive off drama and conflict. Most people try and avoid it. Narcissistic people thrive off it. So if they come in and you just say, hey, have you had a good day? Or if you come home and say, hey, have you had a good day? And they just grunt at you, is everything okay? And they just continue to grunt at you and fall silent on you. So you go chasing around for answers to see if you can, is there anything I can do to help? What's happened? Do you want to talk? Do you want to be left alone? What would you like? You know, a bit of a hint, a bit of communication. Most genuine people say, I just need 10 minutes, I've had a shocking day. Narcissistic people are looking to chip away at you. So then the next time you come in, you remember what happened the day before, so you think, oh, I'll just avoid it. Or the next time they come in and you think, I know what happened last time, I'm just going to avoid. We'll just wait for them to come and communicate with me, problem solved. However, then they get the face on that you don't care enough because you don't ask them how their day's been, even though the day before they couldn't be bothered to communicate with you about how their day's been. So you can't win. If you ask them, you're in the wrong. If you don't ask them, you're in the wrong. If you communicate with them, you're wrong. If you don't communicate with them, you're wrong. If you help them, you're wrong. If you don't help them, you're wrong. If you go out, you're wrong. If you stay in, you're wrong. Whatever it is, they literally set the environment so no matter what choice you make, the decisions that they've left you to choose from is going to be wrong, and they're going to find a way to attack you, to pull you down, to nitpick at you, to goad you, to the point where it is going to naturally cause that frustration and that resentment within you. And when they've got you to that place, we're all human, we all have a limit, and you snap back at them, you raise your tone at them, you ask them something, you rage out at them, you throw something because you're that full of anger and resentment, and then they stand back all calm and say, wow, what's wrong with you? You having a bad day? I think you might need to calm down a little bit. Maybe you need some help. Perhaps you ought to go and see your friends and de-stress. And then they'll make it as difficult as possible, because they need you to believe that you're the one that's going crazy, that you're the one that's causing all the issues, and that they're the one that's trying to help you and be supportive. They also need to believe within themselves that they're not the problem. They're not the one that's causing the issues, because look at how you've just reacted. That's your problem. That's your issue. It's you causing all the drama. Any double binds or catch-22s that you noticed from a narcissistic person, as there are plenty of them, please do drop those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.